You might not know this, but I'm going to say this for you. Your dad is a loser. Lahu Zahar. He's a loser. And that's how we're going to begin this Words of Power affirmation. Where have y'all been? Welcome back to Reality Imbalance Words of Power Oracle Reading, where we have 52 Words of Power affirmation, where we're going to read the spiritual realm, where your ancestors, your spiritual guides, and your cheerleaders are letting you know what words of power that needs to be continued to uplift, right? To break free of this frequency of your dad, your father, right? Whatever that father figure was, is, still is today, right? Because they're saying that he's a loser. He's like a runaway loser. He runs away from his problems. He runs away from his insecurities. And whomever he is in a relationship with is help guiding him to Loserville. If this message resonates with you, feel free to drop me a message on my email, balance8805@gmail.com, or on my website, realityimbalance.com. Not only that, check out my self-help book available on Amazon titled Affirmations for a Survivor, Expressions of Individuality. I also have a Facebook group titled Recharge and Support from Abuse on Facebook. And I hope to see you guys all over in all those many reflections, all right? So let's get into it. Let's get into how and why and what your spiritual guides and your ancestors are telling you right now for you to accept that your dad is a loser. He picked up, he left, he followed someone else's dream and left you to figure it out on your own. He's a loser. As a matter of fact, his mother knew how he would perform in life, so she attempted to set him up with a life, with a job, to structure himself with a job early on, because she knew from his father what a loser his father was. So she tried her best to get him on the best path with a standardized, reliable position in life, and he refused it. He refused it. It was more easily, and it made more sense for him to jump on someone else's train, jump on someone else's back to help fund his life, to help carry him through life. There has never been a moment where he would stand on his 2 feet alone. He's always had someone there saving him, some little pick me, some low vibrational, lack of self-esteem woman or man, right? Picking up the pieces for him, where he's never faced any form of accountability because he was able to manipulate all these other people, right? Woe is me. He's never stand on his own 2 feet. And the reason why he's the biggest loser is because he removed himself, in essence, from you to follow somebody else's dream. Okay. So now let's get into this 52 words of power affirmations. Tell us more information, ancestors, spiritual guides, our cheerleaders surrounding us, on how we're going to continue to flex this individual, this person, from this aura that has been surrounding you since your early childhood, right? Maybe you didn't want to say it out loud. Maybe you haven't said it out loud to him. I feel like you haven't said it out loud to him that you are a loser. So let's let the oracle cards speak for you. Gratitude. There's so many ways. There's so many ways. Okay, 44. You are present with your thoughts right now. Whatever you're feeling, right, about this loser, you are in control. 44, you're able to structure. You're the master builder here in the presence of your thoughts. The master builder of your thoughts. Whatever intuitively that your spiritual guides and your ancestors are speaking to you is true and it's real about him being the biggest loser. As a matter of fact, you remember the TV show that may be still on, I don't know, that came out a while ago about people who were um, not overweight, but people who were larger size. It was titled The Biggest Loser. Baby, they need a television show full of dads titled The Biggest Loser, and your dad will be the first one to sign up to get something for free. You are the master builders, what your ancestors and your spiritual guides want you to know. And 44, this is your number. If you're seeing 44s, knowing that you are present, whatever you are intuitively thinking of, speaking of, okay, in regards to this relationship, it is true and is divine reflection. See, your ancestors, your spiritual guides don't like for you to take bull crap, especially from a loser. If you feel like it's a negative reflection towards him, it's because he's a negative spirit. The inability to accept who he is has led to more negative, low vibrational spirits attached to him. You know, he's stuffed down, he put away you, maybe your mom, maybe your dad, maybe your brother, maybe your sibling, so he can follow his own dreams. So when you're receiving these expressions of who he is, right? That is because your ancestors are communicating through you, because you're the master builder and creator, that you are present with your thoughts, and whatever you are thinking in regards in this area is true and is divine. True and divine, right? He is a loser. Lahu Zahir. He's not a master builder. You are the master builder. As a matter of fact, you're not building off of someone else's back because it's convenient, because you can easily manipulate people to pay for your credit, you know what I'm saying? Pay for their school loans, you know what I mean? Pay their bills, you know, help freshen up their credit. You are standing tall and doing all through the aid and the assistance of your ancestors and your spiritual guides. So you didn't take some so-called easy route. You have been building one item on top of the other, on top of the other, because that's what your ancestors want you to do. They don't want you to be like your father, your dad, guardian, loser, who can easily and who has easily manipulated many people to get to where he is today, right? And his form of comfortability within wherever he is, you know, with his feet up, not doing nothing. Probably has never worked more than 2 days at a job in his life. As a matter of fact, he probably went to a job and attempted to fall down the stairs or something to get some kind of law case or whatever, or he made up some kind of story where he ended up getting fired, and you know, the whoever he's with is able to fit the bag for him. You are opposite of that. You are the master builder. You're the opposite. You are the master builder, the master creator. There's a reason why your spiritual team wants you to build the essence of yourself one brick at a time, with your own hands, with your own might, and with your own mind. There's a reason to that. When you bring other people into the situation to manipulate them to help you, you're only doing disservice. They're looking at you like, and they're telling people as well, yeah, I helped him. Yeah, I helped pay his child support. Yeah. Yeah, I did everything. You know, I helped him here and there. I helped him here and there. And there's a reason why he doesn't show up to their family functions and all that, because the person that helped them, right, has already told everyone, like, yeah, I helped him pay his child support. I helped him do this. I helped him do that. So he doesn't feel upright like a man around other people. He only feels upright as a man around you. And, you know, as he's putting on the mask to be something that he's not. Okay, we all know that there's never been a day where he was able to stand on his 2 feet in isolation and do the dark night of the soul. And if he did, it was for a gain of some reason. It was a short period of time, very short period of time. It wasn't anything enduring. This is why this number is so strong, and it came out first in 44, right? There has never been a day, okay, where he was continually building and creating, doing a dark night of the soul on himself. But you're building your opportunities brick by brick in full awareness, because now you can see the signs of a manipulator like miles away. Miles away. Miles away. There's a reason why you're building brick by brick, one brick at a time here. You can spot a manipulator so far away and so close. Okay, this message is not from me, it is from your spiritual realm. They are saying that he's a loser. He is a loser. Your dad's a loser. Is there any other messages here? Because this person is operating from the master creator in their mind. Alrighty. They are the master creator. Opposite of who their father is, was, still is, how their dad is. Opposite of that. He's a massive manipulator. So there's a card that fell. This came out again. This came out earlier. Your ancestors and spiritual guide is giving you number 10 again, 1 and 9. You're on transformation of actually putting your feet down. I don't know if it's cutting him off or not allowing him to manipulate you with his lies. They're saying that your life is still in process in that area of this revelation of you removing his negativity, totalitarian episodes, right, for so long that nobody has ever checked him about. No one has ever checked him about. Ever. I don't care what he's been through in his past, in his childhood. He's older now. And he's most likely been using his past as a crutch, right? He's been using it as a crutch. So if there's ever a time or a moment, you don't even have to take a conversation. You just won't allow the lying, manipulating behavior. You know, if he says something like, for instance, like, well, me and my wife or me and my husband, right? We know how to handle our finances. We know how to handle our finances. We're going to do what we need to do. We're going to continue to do what we need to do because we know how to operate that area. Call bullshit. If it wasn't for, didn't she help you build your credit? Didn't he help build your credit? Didn't she help pay child support? Didn't he help pay child support? What are you talking about? Now all of a sudden you're putting on a mask that's saying you're stable in this area. Well, we know that the stabilization came off the back of someone else. So when the opportunity arises as your life is in process in this area, you're not going to tolerate bullshit, okay? Next time when we do this reading, we want to about this particular interest, right? You're going to move surpass that your life is in process. That card generally always comes out when you need to stand tall, okay? in this area. Not being silent. That's what they want, is your silence. Okay? Even that don't even, no. Oh, you're just observing what he's saying? Well, he knows that he's lying out of the teeth of his dentures, okay? Or whatever. That he's lying. Catch it right in those moments. Reflect it right back onto him. And it is what it is. Oh, well, didn't you have help here in that area? Oh, wow. I wish I had help in that area too. Oh, I wish I had help in that time too. Wow. That's awesome. You know, because by with you allowing them to talk bullshit and lies towards you and not really speaking up, they think it's cute, though. They think it's cute. He think it's cute. Oh, well, she knows I'm a liar, but, or he knows that I'm a liar, but they ain't gonna say nothing. Right? That's why your life is in process right now in this number 10 year. You're right there on transformation. You already have the operation of I am with this willingness of creating everything independently, right? Through the encouragement of your ancestors, the encouragement of your spiritual guides. Standing up for bullcrap. That's why the number 9 is here. They're letting you know that you are on the brink of this transformation to continue to clear the path, clear the way, receiving abundance, receiving higher spaces, okay? But by with his lies on his performance of who he is, the ancestors, spiritual guides, they want you to check that. They want you to check that. Okay? Your dad's a loser. That's the first and the end. Now they're giving you that you're learning to let go of self-doubt in 34. You're learning to let go of self-doubt. So he's been telling lies forever. You have been bounded up like, what do I say? What do I do? What do I say? You've been bounded up with his lies. His lies have clothed you where you don't even know how to respond. This is a message of what your guides is telling you, to let self-doubt go as you are the master creator. This is your first card. You are the master builder. And this year, in these moments, in number 3 and number 4, you are letting go of self-doubt. Okay? You're not going against what's being intuitively spoken to you through your guides and your ancestors. You're right on it. When they say that he's a loser, he's a loser. And it's only going to come amongst when you reflect that and you know that more, right? By shutting him down with his lies. For some reason, you've bound yourself up with his lies. 3 is the manifestation here, Magi. 4 is grounding and building. 7, they want you to reach this number 7, spiritual wisdom, spiritual attainment, spiritual high influence. Usually it's wisdom, with 34 equaling out to number 7. Your spiritual guides, they want you to operate from 7, spiritual wisdom. Let go of self-doubt. Become unwrapped from his telepathic lies that he has built around himself, as you are the truth here. As you are the ultimate truth here. No lies to be told, with that you are present with your thoughts. This is where the intuitive nature is coming from here. Let go of self-doubt. This is what your ancestors, your spiritual guides is letting you know. Let go of self-doubt. Stand up. Stand up. However, is the more effective way through sarcasm, just by with realization, having a true conversation. But just know that a person who's been getting away with lies forever, they are the true totalitarian, because no one has checked them. He's going to revolt. He's going to become angry, mad, right? That's why you give it to him in a sarcasm way. Oh, wow, that was great. Me and my brother, or me and my sisters were over here. You know what I'm saying? Why you're all the way over here? Why you weren't helping us, guiding us, being that father figure for us? While you were over here manipulating a whole other situation. Let go of self-doubt. We'll do another card. Like I said, if this resonates with you, reach out, realityandbalance.com, or on my email, balance8805@gmail.com. Okay. Ashe. Let's do another card. As the spirit realm, they know that he's a loser, but he has not been checked. He has not been checked. If you do head on, he's going to be mad. He's going to be angry. He's going to try to put you out or all that, because he cannot take being checked at all. Nobody cares about that. Give it to him in whatever. I have a next video. Okay, it already formulated. But this needs to be said, that you are completely aware that he's a loser. Therefore, he will eventually, who cares, because you're going to be doing your own thing. He's going to eventually start looking like, well, wow, no one has ever called me a loser before. It always comes and hits the hardest from a child, right? An adult, right? When their parent is a loser and they express that to them out loud in many different fashions. Now, if it was from his wife or for his husband, it might not hit as hard. But when it comes from you, spirit is like cheering. Yeah! Spirit is cheering. Yes. Now they will continue to walk through. Now they will continue to walk through. And there we go. That completes the ending of this reading here. I'll see you guys over realityandbalance.com. My affirmations for survivor, expressions of individuality, is on, available, always have been. It's only $8 on Amazon. Feel free to check out my website for other wealth library of knowledge and information. And I will see you soon. Bye. Your dad's still a loser though. Okay. But you're not him. You're the master builder. You're 44. One brick at a time, baby. Gratitude. Thank y'all for being here.